Yo, yo.
What's good?
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Feeling great, man.
Man,
Blessed.
it's crazy that we actually here. I ain't even gonna lie. It's we got our first pod. I'm definitely excited for this, this new journey that we have for us. Welcome. Let me introduce our guest. My bad. Welcome. This is the Twin Podcast, or in other words, that's what I needed pod. I got my boy right here, Kenny. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. I'm blessed. Blessed to be here.
That's
Excited for the Twin Podcast, what we got to offer to the world, man.
That's all you needed, man. That's all you need to hear. All the way to my left, but to y'all right, it's my boy Donnie B, man. How you feeling, Donnie?
Hey, man. I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to change lives. Ready to change the world, man.
That's what I need to hear.
My headphones are actually working now.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Praise God.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
There's a
God would do it not on your time, but when the time is right.
There you go. Praise God.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to get ready to shout.
Don't worry, we'll get a little Bible in there towards the end. We got something for y'all towards the end, but this is just a little segment where we want to just introduce y'all. It's the first episode. First show's the first episode is like a pilot. Want to introduce yourselves, the characters in here. So, Donnie, why don't you go ahead and tell them how we met, man. Tell them how we really got started with all this.
How we met? So we all went to the same high school together.
Definitely.
If you guys don't know what school GAR is, it's a school in Cerritos. We've all met there. We all played basketball, and throughout the years, you just connect with different people, and by the grace of God, we got to connect on a higher level. So we've all was interested in the same things. We had the same values and everything, and it just all worked out. I think I met Kendall in basketball practice. Literally, this dude just randomly. No, he's randomly just walked up to me, started talking to me. I'm like, bro, who are you, bro?
I was apologizing for the work I was giving him
Nah,
all day in practice.
That's what I heard. I heard that he was giving y'all buckets.
it's called false advertisement.
Giving him strict buckets.
That's what I heard from just hearing from somebody else that Ken was really.
Yeah, you need to go to the source.
I was like that.
You need to definitely have somebody
Anyway,
fact check that for sure.
anyway, came up to me, was good, bro. Like trying to play sevens. I'm like, sure, fuck it. Then we over here playing sevens, whatever. After I whooped him,
He didn't.
he's talking about you trying to go to Panda. I'm like, bro, I don't
I
even know
felt
you
bad.
talking about some fucking Panda.
I felt bad. I'm like, man, he might need something to eat after this.
Hell no.
He ain't
First of
waiting.
all-
The work
all
that you
day.
gave him, he might need some.
First of all, this is 10th grade. We don't have a car. None of us drive. So we got to walk a country mile and a half to Panda Express.
If y'all do know Gar from to Panda Express, it's a little ways, just a little
It's
ways.
a little ways.
It was about like 25, 30-minute walk.
Pretty much.
30-minute walk, yeah.
I didn't even know, bro. But some in me just say, you know what, man?
Just trust him.
Just go with the flow.
Just trust him.
Just go with the
Just
flow.
have faith.
Just have
Yeah.
faith.
Just have faith,
But
You got to be doing something right.
Thank you.
He just whooped my ass in basketball.
no.
I got to see his routine.
I gotta see what he doing off the court.
But after that, we my mom called me. You know how moms are. They, where you at?
I'm gonna do it for sure.
I'm like, oh, I'm at Panda. How the hell you get all the way to Panda? I walked. Who are you with? What's your name, brother? Kendall. Yeah, I'm with Kendall.
Yeah.
She's like, who the hell is Kendall? I'm like, oh, some person I met at school. Get your ass back in the. I'm like, oh, damn. Now you just got me in trouble. My mom pick us up. She cussing both of us out. I'm like, Mom, this was not my idea at all.
I was just a great leader.
No, you got me in trouble.
I
Anyway,
got you a friend.
no. Anyway, Then
Can't say nothing about that now.
then we started becoming more friends. You get in trouble together,
Definitely.
and you laugh together. You start making that bond. It's like, all right, cool.
Let's
And
get to
then
the let's get to the how we met, man. Let's talk about that, man. Let me start. I think it's a very legendary way that we met.
Seriously,
Legendary.
Very legendary. You must not know. So we both had summer school. What was it? Science class?
yep.
Science class,
much.
summer school, man. We you know what that means. You means you didn't do too good in fucking science during the school year.
Two goofballs.
Laughing too that much.
So I see him right. I can really gauge and see if somebody who, you know what I'm saying, they just have that type of aura or something, they just got that look. Like, oh, he played basketball. He know what he doing.
Mara was 1,000 in high school.
So
Nigga had an elite backpack. It's a basketball
Bro,
shot.
back in the day, that shit boosted your
that was
aura, bro.
that definitely boosted your aura.
Yes, I know you
having
would.
elite socks and everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
come on now.
Hell yeah.
So I seen him right. I asked son, you who? Like you on the team? He was like, yeah. And then it was a small little talk, but then he was a quiet little boy. He was quiet.
Hey,
He was
man.
quiet.
Hey.
He was very quiet at first. And then once he seen
Little boy, you.
once he seen
I'm gonna get him off camera.
okay. Yeah. Once he seen our my personality, we kind of eased up, and we kind of got to know each other a little bit more. But just seeing him at first, the first time I ever seen him was in a science class. That was just like, that was really crazy to me. Like, just introducing myself. I'm always been social, so I'm always the one to be talking and really opening up. You know what I'm saying? So that's really crazy how that went. How we all
Literally.
met each other.
It's crazy how we met because I'm not one to talk to strangers like that.
Literally.
Really.
It's just something about me, man. I'm telling you, I had aura.
I'm telling you, it was because I felt bad. I was really
No,
giving boys
hell
work.
no.
Little nigga,
No,
man.
hell
Little
Practice
dude.
didn't even start yet. Talking about you.
Boys work.
No.
So then, okay, last but not least, go ahead, Ken. Let them know how we met.
How I met David. All right, for one, I've known of David since I've been at guard, but I didn't never like have a relationship with him or like talk to him until probably like our senior year. The only reason why I knew who he was because people kept saying we looked alike. All right. So from there, I didn't even really mess with him. I'm like, all right, bro,
Yeah, that was
that was weird.
completely false. I never understood that.
And then
better looking.
like senior year come around, I'm playing basketball. Then, you know what I'm saying, this dude walk in the gym one day, coach talking about, oh yeah, he gonna take your spot. So then off the back, I don't even like this dude no more. Like, I really don't. Now I have a legitimate reason not to like you because what are you talking about? You about to take my spot.
It was bound to happen.
So I made it duty that this man never sees the floor.
Damn.
So every time we was be going at it in practice and everything, this and that. But like off the court, basketball team, like we always was cool, hanging out with each other and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Going to eat after school, things of that nature. So he ended up being a cool dude. You know what I'm saying?
I get that a lot.
Yeah, he ended up being a cool dude after all. After the season.
After everything's over.
Yeah, after everything's over, yeah, we be cool. All right, solidify our spot, we good.
Solidify the spot. I ain't got no pressure on me no more, so we good.
And then, after that, we just kept kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We had hoops at Donnie crib.
Legendary hoops. When you talk about legendary, that's one legendary.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was a legendary era of hoops right there.
Game 7 NBA Finals.
Backyard
every
hoops,
day.
every day, every night.
This is around COVID time, right?
Cold
Yeah.
and windy outside.
Yeah, man.
Didn't care.
It didn't matter. You'll get warm.
Hands ashy. They aching.
You'll get warm eventually. But
Ankles rolled.
those were some hilarious days, man.
Lips busted.
Elbows scraped.
Elbows scraped.
Ankles rolled.
Yeah. Can't do no thing or two. about.
Fingers jammed.
Blood,
Hold
blood
up.
sweat, and tears,
Hold
man.
up. Ball going over the fence.
Kicking the ball
Kicking
over
the ball.
over the house.
Hey, that was
Kicking
one
the
time.
ball over the fence was ridiculous work.
That was one time.
Me and Dante.
It's because we blew a 3-0 lead. That's the problem. We blew a 3-0 lead,
hot.
and you know it got kind of ugly. You don't
Courtesy
want
of
to
me.
you don't want to blow a 3-0 lead ever. It definitely is not a good taste. But yeah, I mean that's how we met. You know, when I always say, well, someone told me when we first started, you know, being around each other a lot. They said, and I always kept to my head, when I see you, I see them too. I know them too is like around the corner. So that always stuck to my head because, you know, it's kind of hard to find, you know, friendships like these two.
That's really
You know?
rare. Like if you really think about it, not it's very rare that people have friends like us.
Definitely.
Like a lot of people walk this life lonely.
And I don't want to take it
Right.
for granted. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to give, you know, I'll do it off camera. You know, we be messing around a lot, but I do want to give y'all flowers for, you know, without you guys, you know, life would be a little bit harder.
Right.
You know, I learned a lot from you guys, and it's vice versa. You know, I want the best for you guys in every aspect of y'all life. And I feel like the way that, you know, we became friends and the way that we've grew mentally, physically, emotionally in life, I feel like, you know, that you guys play a part in that. You know, getting y'all advice on anything. You know, I could talk to you guys about anything in life. So I definitely appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And it's really, I wouldn't want to do any other pod with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't with y'all,
Appreciate that, bro.
I wouldn't want to do it because I know these two, they our chemistry is like no other. We just been together, you know, through thick and thin, and that's another thing too. Like we never had them type of issues where, you know,
Never.
it's jealousy, backsliding, nothing, because we just want to see each other grow and want to see each other do better. So
And we learn from each other.
that's a fact.
At even any given point in time, anybody can be the leader. I can be the leader. David can be a leader. Kendall can be a leader. We can bounce ideas off from each other. And, you know, that's how relationships grow. You know, people, when certain friends don't become friends anymore, it's because one outgrew the other substantially. So we always we want to make it a friendly competition, but, you know, I want to make the most money out of all of them and so forth and so forth. And I know they want to make more money than me, but at the same time, we all want each other to make more money than the other person, if that makes any sense. So, you know, it's really a blessing to have these two in my life. They've helped me just on a daily basis, just chopping it up, checking in, you know, because as a man, you know, especially as a black man, it's hard to kind of express yourself. You know, you don't really trust too many people, different things like that. So it's for people to have, for me to have these two people in my life, it's real, like, it's priceless, like, you know. But yeah, it is
Anything to
definitely
add to
a
that,
blessing.
Ken?
Shoot, I appreciate y'all too, man. Like you said, it's like a not even a competition. It's like we're all pushing each other to be better, to be great, and we all pushing ourselves because no man wants to be left behind, especially in this group. Because we respect each other and we value each other's friendship that strongly. We don't want to be in a position to jeopardize that or lose that. So, you know what I'm saying, we always doing what we need to do to become not only just socially or economically better, but just better men in general.
Yes.
So yeah, and I appreciate y'all for that as well. For you know what I'm saying, keeping me accountable. Although you know, we all keep ourselves accountable pretty much.
Definitely.
We not no airheads or no lions or nothing like
And
that.
I think that's a good thing. You know, that we able to relate to a lot of things where, we kind of understand each other. I feel like, you know, we grew up like not really in the smoking world. You know, not really drink. I mean, we, you know, now we are, but like, you know, we wasn't really into drinking and everything. We just wanted to hoop. That's the foundation, really. We just wanted to hoop. and just growing and just seeing y'all grow and just made me wanna. It comes from a competitive spirit too, but coming from like I'm growing with people. You know, I'm not growing alone. I'm growing with people. I see them grow. I want to, I don't want to get left behind. I gotta get my, gotta get my ass right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just see that as, you guys are the ones that, to like keep me going, lift me up. So because without y'all, I'd just be like, I'm just cruising. You know what I'm saying? It could be cruising because I could be doing what I was doing 3 years ago.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Not really having it. But I see y'all moving, y'all doing y'all thing. I'm like, okay, it's time to take the next step. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I think that's good. Like we're never really like complacent. We're not people that's
like comfortable.
Yeah, we're not people that's going to just sit down and do this and be stagnant for a long periods of time without trying to elevate ourselves. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like getting educated, going to school, reading books, starting a podcast, starting up any other businesses, like continue to learn, continue to grow, and continue to share that knowledge with your brothers, having quality conversations. Like you said, like we check in with each other.
And I feel like
week.
That's very important. My bad to interrupt, but that's very important. I think that's even more rare. What we do is every Wednesday, or we try, sometimes it might vary, but every Wednesday what we do is we call each other up on the phone.
8
and we
o'clock
just
sharp.
8 o'clock sharp. And we just chop it up. No matter what's going on, we chop it up. Sometimes we might be a little late. Sometimes we might, have other things. But we vow to like make it our mission to at least check up on each other like once a week. And I think that's very rare for men, and especially just black men in general.
Just to have a quality conversation without talking about
quality conversations.
Talking about other people's business, talking about sports, talking about drama in the media and the rap beefs and all that stuff. Talk about if you can't have a 30-minute conversation about what you got going on, you need to have some shit going on.
Thank you.
That's a fact. That's 100%.
If we was on the phone and we can't have an hour-long conversation just about what we got going on, there's a problem.
Honestly, there's a real problem. Without talking about, distractions. And we not acting like we don't talk about them things, but there is a serious moment where I'm checking up on how what you learned, like what you learned this week, Ken, what you learned this week today, Donnie. Yeah. Well, how'd you get better this week? And those are real conversations that we're having. And I just randomly just started doing it about like a couple months ago. Yeah. And they can vouch for me. I'll be calling every Wednesday.
Structurally a couple months ago. But we'll have these conversations periodically.
Yeah, we'll have these conversations, but I just wanted to be able to touch base with them on a weekly basis because I want us, we already tight as it is, but I want us to, as we start to grow and then eventually families start coming in or girlfriends start coming in, babies start coming in, I still want us to have that foundation where we can still, connect. And if you need someone to talk to, we already have that found. It won't be like, what are you talking to me now? Like, nah, we've been doing this. Like, get on the phone. We've been doing this.
Yes, Lord.
So for y'all, if y'all have y'all people, definitely I would recommend to just check up on them every once a week. Get on the call. If it's multiple, people, get on the call. If it's one, if it's two of y'all, just check up on them, see how they doing, because you never know what's going on. And I'll never take it like for granted, like, oh, they all right, they cool. Like, nah, no. Especially Ken, he don't be saying nothing.
I
gotta ask him like directly sometimes.
Ask him all these questions.
I gotta ask him directly, like, you good? You straight?
I think that's just be coming from me, just like growing up like an only child. I grew up kind of by myself,
right?
So I'm not used to having to like talk to people on a regular basis.
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's understandable for sure.
I got going on, I
understandable for
sure.
Myself. Yeah, definitely. And it's everybody grows up differently. You never want to blame anybody for not responding the way that you would have responded.
Right.
Because people, have been brought up differently. So, and I had to learn that the hard way. Some people did things that I thought, they should have done it this way because I would have done it, but that's just not,
Everybody not you.
Yeah, it's just not fair to them because they not you. So it's very understandable because people were brought up differently. So, but for us, I want to just keep instilling that in you, and then eventually it's gonna get to y'all sons, y'all sons and y'all daughters, being able to connect with them a certain way. Being just from this foundation that we have right here, it's gonna go down to all of them, your nieces, your nephews, your grandkids, all of that. So it just starts with this. I feel like it's bigger than what we think it is.
Exactly.
Honestly, this I feel like what I'll benefit from this podcast is this is gonna be an outlet for me to get more words off. Like my weekly word count gonna be going up a little bit. Cause I'm telling you, it could go days where I ain't gotta talk to nobody.
I'm telling you, that's a fact. And we are his closest friends. So we don't be hearing anything from him sometimes. So like, where Ken at?
Imagine somebody else.
I'll be in the bar at the club.
He don't be saying nothing. We are his closest friends. We talk to him. He's the one we talk to him. He's the one that we talk to. He don't be saying anything sometimes to us, and we be thinking he good, he straight. That's just who Ken. That's who Ken is. We just had to accept that. That's who Ken is. He just don't be saying nothing. Yeah. So and that's cool though too. It's good to have nothing to say. They said we can relate to 48 laws of power. They said it's good to not say anything at all.
That part.
It's not exactly but they said something in 48 laws of power. I'm still reading. I'm on law 20, still reading it though.
Oh wow.
But one of the laws was just to still have that power is really not saying nothing at all. Keeping your silence. Having silence is actually a greater power than talking, because then you get to expose yourself a little bit more.
And people get sometimes offended by that or afraid of that in public spaces.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. People will just start talking to you for no reason.
That's a fact.
You just not saying nothing. It's like, why are you talking to me out of all people? I didn't even say nothing.
It's like a little insecurity.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable with you not saying anything.
I feel like for ones that don't say much, your words are valued a lot higher.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just not talking abundantly. Your conversations with people aren't abundant. So for me to have a conversation with somebody is put at a higher value than most, because I'm not the one to just start a random conversation with somebody for no reason.
I think it goes in the same category as making your absence felt.
Right.
When your presence is felt, you wanted to make it seem like, oh, he's not gonna be here for a minute. He's not. This is a very rare moment, because he's never out. He's never, you know what I'm saying? So I think that goes in the same kind of category of when you have your presence and it's out there, you make it rare because you want your absence to be felt like, oh wow, where have you been? And you come back even stronger. You know what I'm saying? So
that goes hand in hand with just have something for yourself going on, going on for yourself. You shouldn't be so readily available for everybody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You should always have something going on for yourself. That's,
in life in general, I believe so.
Life in general that you working on, whether it's education or working on a business, whatever the case may be, you have something going on for yourself.
I feel like that's very important, to have a whole bunch of things in your life that
stay busy.
I feel like, I'm one of the ones that was focused on one thing at a time, and then when that one certain thing was not in my life, it's just now it's like, what do I fall to now? I didn't have anything else going for me, so I realized that now it's good to have a lot of things going for you, working out, business.
There's nothing wrong with having be focused, hyper focused on one thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got going on. That's your passion. There's no problem with that. But if you got nothing going on, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, somebody ain't got nothing going on, can't have no conversation with me.
That's a fact.
That part.
I feel like that's, and it's no disrespect.
It's no disrespect at all,
that's
but it's now I feel like I'm getting squeezed of value and I'm not receiving nothing back.
Exactly.
Because you have nothing to offer to the conversation.
If I can't learn from somebody, it makes me not want to talk to them in the first place.
That's a fact.
No matter who you are.
That's a fact.
Pick up a book, listen to a podcast, learn something every day.
Y'all got
learning something every day. There's no reason for you not to. Information is so readily accessible and available to you at the palm of your hands, and you want to spend it scrolling through TikTok and Instagram looking at he say, she say.
That's a fact.
Anthony
Drama.
Edwards dunked on somebody. You know what I'm
He
saying?
did, though. He did.
Nicki Minaj twerking. Like, bro, what
Nah,
are we
nah,
what are we doing?
Yeah, all that stuff is cool, but it's just like priorities should definitely be on.
That shit gonna be there.
And I think that's what it's a great time to talk about it. I think that's why we're here. That's why I think that's why we're, and there's a lot of podcasters out there. We just want to be the ones to make our little impact, on the world. 3 black men just trying to, make a little impact on the world. That ain't nothing too crazy. But that's really the reason why we started this pod. Not only because we want to show our personality and we just talk a lot and we just funny and whatnot. I feel like we have a certain purpose that we need to fulfill. And I feel like, Donnie, can you go ahead and let the people know why are we doing this, man? What's our why?
Whew.
Let them know, man. Let them know what's up.
What is our why?
What does twin stand for?
First of all, twin stands for that's what I needed. So whenever you walk out of this podcast, virtually speaking, you can comfortably say to yourself, damn, that's exactly what I needed today or this week. And I can definitely use this in my life doing such and such. So we came up with this podcast with a whole lot of ideas, but the core reason why we wanted to start this podcast was because there are many of people that just don't know what they want to do in life, and they don't know how to navigate through life. And everybody has their own situation and different things like that, but we're just here to help the younger generation to not waste so much time and let their life pass them by. So whether it's advice on dating, financial advice, school, anything. We're not saying we perfect, but we just want to help out different people that's going through, and I feel like that's the reason why we started this.
And I feel like, that's what I needed. I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
We're not even close to a finished product. Like we said, like Ken said earlier, we're wanting to learn and grow. So for the people that's like-minded, we want to grow as well. Like we want to learn and grow as well. So that's what the pod. That's what I needed. It goes for everybody, including us.
Yeah.
We're gonna be willing to learn things from other people that come on the pod. We're gonna have people on the pod, But I feel like that's what I need is everybody.
Yes.
Everybody needs something, to implement, to put in their life. There's some things I learned, from people. Obviously learned a lot from these two, but that's what I needed. It's special. I really believe it's special. I feel like it's people that know me. I say twin a lot, and I never was trying to put twin into the pod, but I don't know, something just made me look up twin, and then I just thought, man, I need to find something, and then it just came up with that's what I needed, and then I'm like, TWIN. What did that spell?
Hey,
Twin.
He know how to spell.
Twin.
Look at that education right there.
Man, was that 12th grade?
12th grade education? I hope not.
That's when we started reading, right?
I hope not.
I mean, it started reading. Oh man, I'm a little behind.
Oh, yeah, a lot, not a little. You behind for real.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, that's a little bit of why we started this pod. I feel like we're going to eventually grow from this. And side note, this is not really our production setup.
No.
It's wet outside.
It's a little wet outside, so we apologize for not showing our actual setup outside. We got a little weather issues outside. We didn't want the equipment. We got a lot of things going on. Got iPads and tripod equipment.
We
you
real
know.
high tech over here.
We got-
And I
Like the
didn't-
twin.
We didn't want to water down our
podcast.
yeah.
And I didn't want to get my hair wet, so
We didn't want to water down the wine and
And
everything.
Donnie-
So
Donnie don't want to get his new edges.
he could have
laid. They gonna frizz up.
hey, I just got my hair done, bro.
Yeah, he just got his hair done. He a baddie.
I don't
baddie for sure.
I don't have edges though, right?
You got eyelashes.
Well, they're natural.
You got lashes?
You got lashes
no,
on?
No. These
Breaking
are
news?
my. I was born with these.
Okay.
Yeah, well, let's clear that up. I was born with
Yeah, I was born with these, man.
Okay, you know. But yeah, this is we just had a what they call we just had to make an audible. That's, you know, we was going to show y'all everything. It's very nice. It's very nice out there. But today you got a little wet out there, so we just gonna do it inside. But eventually, hopefully, episode 2 will definitely be out there and show y'all the nice setup. But today, you know, we getting it on, man. But let's start off with this, man. You know, I feel like the first question, I think we already asked a question, but the first official question, you know, I wanted to ask you guys to get this pod started. You know, this pod will be out probably beginning of February, second week of February. We don't have an official date yet, but we'll get it out there. I'm gonna go all the way to the over there to Donnie first, and
Skip
then
pass.
it's actually just gonna come right back to me. So
skip pass.
yeah, we're just
makes
gonna,
sense.
you know, boom, get it over there. But Donnie B, man,
Yes.
you know, it's been 365 days has passed, man. A lot of people go through a lot of things each year, you know, and people learn a lot. You know,
Mhm.
I never say I had a loss. I just had a lesson to be learned. So going with that, what have you learned this past 2024 year, man? What's the biggest lesson you learned? Or maybe there might be more lessons. You can give multiple if you want, but what's some lessons that you learned that you can, you know, maybe somebody learned the same lesson and wanted to, you know, give?
Honestly, bro, I feel like the biggest thing that I learned last year was just believe in yourself and being consistent. It's a lot of things that has happened to me last year when I'm just like so in my own way, you know, and certain things that I went through, it's like, dang, like this could have been happened, you know, good things like could have been happened if I just did it, you know, if I just did it, you know. So just different things like music or just like job stuff. It's like if you just open your mouth and just talk, you know, good things will happen, you know. So yeah, that's basically what I learned. Just believe in yourself, and more than other people believe in you, because this is your life, you know. And then staying consistent, whatever you're doing, whatever you dream of, just stay consistent and striving for that. And then
I have
things
something.
will-
I have something just off of that. Would you? And I think we already had this question, but I'd like to put it on air. Would you think it's good? Would you think it's good to be your greatest critic and your biggest fan at the same time?
Yes. Yeah.
You think that's a healthy way to go about it?
It is it's healthy, but there is a fine line, you know, between being your biggest critic and your biggest fan and then receiving that love from other people, because life is all about perspective. So what you think that you need to work on probably doesn't need to be worked on, because you're probably already good at it. You just doing the most.
Right.
Somebody like a friend or a family member, they're like, maybe you really need to work on this.
Right.
And then you can choose to listen or not. Right. So yeah, it's a healthy thing. It's a good thing to be your biggest critic and your biggest fan, but you know, that's what your environment is for. People that believe in you, people that love you, you know, they matter too.
I feel like I feel like you hit the nail on the head, man. I feel like I heard somebody said it's not good to be your greatest critic, but I totally agree. I mean, totally disagree because I wouldn't want anybody else to be my biggest critic or my biggest fan. I want to be able to be the biggest person to pat, on my shoulder. And then when things are going down, I want to be able to be like, come on, Dave, like, come on, bro.
So
Kind of
like just to piggyback on on what Dave was saying, being your biggest critic, your biggest fan. Like I was just telling my girl earlier today. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be able to speak life into yourself.
Right.
Like I never speak negative about myself ever. It's always positive. I'm always speaking life into myself. I tell myself I'm the greatest every day.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. And this is why I need these two people in my life. I learned from Kendall. I kind of picked up on it because he's always like, oh, I'm great. I'm like, man. And then eventually I started saying it. And like whenever I'm out and things like that, and people, say like, oh, how you doing? And normally somebody would say, oh, I'm good. How you doing? And then you go from there. But I started saying, oh, I'm doing great. And like people started to rub them like a certain type of way, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because like good is just such a passive answer.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot more active thought to say I'm great. And it'll switch your perspective on your day.
Yes. Even if something bad happens to you.
Bad
you get in a car accident or you got a flat tire going to work and then you get to work saying, oh, how you doing? I'm doing great. I just got a flat or whatever, but shit, I'm here. I'm blessed.
I'm alive.
I'm good. Whatever.
It'll switch your whole perspective.
Yeah, and then people, they would respect you a lot more, and they will be more interested in what you got going on a lot more. And that kind of that was just crazy to me when I started saying that. So thank you, Kendall.
No problem.
Definitely. All right, Ken. Back to the original question, man. I mean, you already said it. What have you learned, man? What have you learned this past, 2024, man? Big 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
No Kobe.
I say the biggest thing that I learned is to trust your God-given discernment. Like we all have discernment from right from wrong, from what we think is best for our situation,
right,
and what we should do. And we don't always have to go outside of ourselves to seek validation for what we should do or to seek other people's guidance on what we should do when we already know in our heart like what it is that we should be doing.
Right.
Like what's best for us. I think that's the number one lesson that I learned. Like because like we all think logically. We're all able to critically think and think logically about what it is that we should do. Like what's the best plan of action moving forward for our lives and our journeys and things like that. But it'll be a lot of times where I would think about it myself, make a plan of action, but then doubt my discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Doubt myself, be like, but is this really the best I could do?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would trust somebody else's plan and implement it into my own life.
Right.
Just because maybe they're in a better place socially speaking than I am right now.
Right.
When that's not always the case, when we all have our certain paths in life that we're meant to walk, and nobody knows what's best for you but you and God.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So
That's a good one.
So that's what I learned last year.
That's a good one.
That's a fact.
I like that one.
I definitely like that one. I mean, I like both of y'all answers. What I've learned, man, I'm always learning every year, man. But I feel like this year, 2024, I feel like one thing I did learn out of everything I say is patience. I feel like it's good to want things in life and to be a little greedy, sometimes. But I feel like when the time is right, when God is putting it in your hand, putting it in front of you, then that's the right time. I mean, I said it earlier. It might not be your time, but God will put it in when it's the right time. So I feel like I be wanting things right now, but then I realize it's patience. Everything's not going to come to you. You got to be willing to put in the work and wait for when God believes that it's your right. It's time. So for me, I feel like patience has been a very big thing around this whole year. I've just been, got a good job. Now I want to move up. I want to do things. I want to make some more money. Even though I'm making good money now, I just want to make more money. But the guy's like, well, slow down, like relax, like be thankful for what the position that you're in right now.
Right.
Because not a lot of people, can be in this position. So then I just look at it and I'm just like, just be patient. Just be patient with a lot of things. I feel like we living in this world where we want to get rich fast and we want to do this fast and we want to live a certain lifestyle fast. We want to have all of this. And it's like, just relax.
Yeah.
What are you doing now? Oh man, I got two great parents. I'm living in a great household. I got my brothers are playing basketball. They healthy. My sister have her own business. Everybody's doing great. Yeah. So I'm just realizing I'm healthy. I'm able to go to the gym. I'm doing my thing. I'm starting the pod. Like you can't be able to hold all them things, all that weight at once. You got to be able to like really just take one thing at a time. So now I'm just learning. Hopefully I can take it into 2025 just to be more patient. Just be more patient with everything, man.
That's a great one.
That's a good one, especially in this age of instant gratification. Everything is so
it's crazy.
Everything is so crazy. Not saying that you can't be eager, not saying that you can't push yourself to want more and be better. You know what I'm saying? Because we all want to be at the edge of our potential. You know what I'm saying? So we don't always want to just feel so comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all living on the edge, at least us. We all living on the edge of like, we might not know what's on the other side, but we know the direction that we're walking in is the right direction.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we also have the patience to know we ain't just running off the cliff.
Right.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We're right on the edge of our comfort zone.
Right there.
Right there, right on the edge of our comfort zone.
And it's okay to get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
It's okay to be uncomfortable.
For sure. That's where the most growth, that's where you're going to see the most consistent growth.
And definitely. And, and I'm not going to say people, I was afraid of being, uncomfortable. I was. I don't like to play they used to be. Nah, I was in there. And a lot of times where we do them type of examples, I'm going to say I was in there. I was one of them people that, I don't like being uncomfortable. But then I feel like once I was really introduced to the gym, where I kind of like, I don't want to sound like corny, but I just started to love the feeling of being sore. It felt like I did something that day. Not a lot of people like that. Not people like being sore. I didn't like being sore at first. I hated it. I'm like, bro, I can't move the next day, especially you do legs. You like, dang, I cannot move. But then I realized as long as it don't like hurt, like sound like you broke something,
right?
You worked out a muscle today. Yeah. You did something today. And that's that gratification that you can take. It's not instant, but you realize down the road, patient enough, you keep working out that muscle, it's not gonna hurt anymore.
Exactly.
Because you keep doing it.
The gym is almost a direct representation of a lot of aspects in life. Like you saying, consistency over time will get you results.
Exactly.
That's an aspect of life that's a part of the gym as well.
Yeah.
Pushing yourself to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Push yourself past your comfort zone to allow you to grow in the gym.
Right.
That's an aspect of the gym that you could also implement into life. And if you don't have that in life, you could find it in the gym, like David was saying.
Right.
Yeah. If everybody can go and just get a pill or drink something and then automatically lose 50 pounds, it's like, shit, everybody.
That's why I seen something. That's why I always like. I heard somebody say this. They really respected the people, especially in business. They really respected people that was fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't just buy that.
Yeah.
Literally.
You can't just go buy a body and just put it on you.
How much money?
That's something. That's like why I always say, like, people say, oh, what you look like don't matter in a real world. Like, but that shows and says a lot about your character and your day to day.
That's a fact.
Like what do you value? Now I'm saying you don't take your health seriously. You don't care about your body.
So would you trust somebody to do?
So why would I trust you to work in my company? You don't even take care of yourself, and I'm supposed to.
Right.
You wouldn't want to be doing business with somebody that doesn't
I'm saying
value their health.
Somebody that's fit, somebody that looks healthy. Now I'm saying, okay, that shows that you're consistent.
That's it. Just without even talking.
Without even talking, it shows.
Like,
It's something like your presence exudes that.
and you don't go off of instant gratification.
Yeah.
It takes time to get, to be them fit people. It takes time.
You've learned that lesson through the gym.
Exactly.
And anybody that's been in the gym knows that.
And I feel like the people that don't know is the people that's out the gym.
Yeah. You know what sacrifice means. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of sacrifice and discipline to get up and go work out consistently and push yourself day in and day out.
That's a fact.
It's a lot of, like, if you go to the gym, it's going to become a lot of days where you're very unmotivated. Like, you just do not feel like working out. You don't feel like going hard. Because it was some days for me too. I remember vividly. It'll be a day I done got up, got dressed, drove myself to the gym, parked the car, looked at the gym, was like, nah, not today. Drove right back home.
That's a fact.
But that's not something that you feel physically. That's more mental than physical. You know what I'm saying? That's a mental battle that you got to fight with yourself on a more often than not basis, especially when you've been going to the gym for years and years and years to maintain a fit and healthy body.
I like that you gave that example because we don't want to set the tone for this pod where we're doing all the right things.
Right.
And nobody's perfect.
Exactly. We don't want to set that tone where we doing everything right. Listen to us. We're human. There's days where we just don't go to the gym. That's okay. It's not okay, but it's okay because you're human. But it's just the fact that you keep going, and then it just shows some type of consistency. It just lets us know that you're going all the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we're not this type of pod where, even when you just down bad, you just go. I promise you, we don't have the most fit body, but we're in there. I promise you we're in there. So I don't want to have this narrative where we are just,
I'm fit.
I don't want to have this narrative where we just, like,
I'm fit
we perfect. Mug. We perfect. No, we're not, So we're fit. Don't get it twisted. We fit though.
I got a
question.
I got to see.
Right.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Question.
I worked hard. I'm gonna talk mine.
Do you guys believe that you are your biggest
Take your time.
what is it? What's the word? Like competitor.
Like competing with myself.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah. That's like I was saying, that's another aspect that you could learn and take from the gym, even in being in sports. But in the gym specifically, let's say I'll give a example. If I'm bench pressing, I'm saying 225, boom, I get to 5 reps. I do 3 sets. On the third set, I get 4. I can't get to the 5th one. Okay, I log it in my notes. All right, I did 2 sets of 5, 1 set of 4. That next week, when I come back to the bench, I'm trying to beat myself.
Right.
On my last set, I'm getting 5.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? That's competing with myself. I want to be better than I was last week. I want to be better than I was last month. I want to be better than I was yesterday.
Yeah. Because some people like out there, some people like us, we like to compare ourselves to other people.
Right.
And kind of like compete with other people, like, oh, it's me against the world. But it's like, sometimes that doesn't even matter. Like if it's just me versus me and you get you better, it's like you'll pass up a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, it did. And then that's when it comes to, like we were saying, perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you think in your whole heart you the greatest, why are you even looking at other people to compare to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that one.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm the greatest, if I say I'm the greatest and I'm comparing myself to other people, I'm comparing myself to people that are less than. So now I'm just diminishing my greatness.
Yeah.
My potential.
I feel like what's the saying? Comparison is the root of all evil. Well, no, that's not the saying. Is it? What's the saying?
No, that's money.
No, comparison. No, comparison is the thief of joy. Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry, I had the wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like comparison is everybody's at fault with it. Everybody is, no matter what people say. You know why? Because everybody got this.
Yeah, it's so
Everybody
everybody
has this.
accessible to compare yourself to other people.
Everybody has, no matter, I don't compare to nobody. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everybody. Because they have this and they can go in and see somebody that, you know, they wanna look like.
Yep.
And then like, blah, 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 is everybody's with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the world we living in now. You know, we have so much access to the world now. Like, that's not how it was back in the day. But we have so much access to the world. Like, we can be in connection with somebody in Asia. Like, it's ridiculous.
Africa.
Like, you know. So, I feel like being comparison is really bad. But people, it's sometimes you just can't get away from it if you have a phone.
I feel like it's a fine line between comparing yourself to somebody and competing with somebody.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't say that I compare myself to professional athletes, but I compete with professional athletes
That's
in
a
my
fact.
own numbers that I do in the gym.
That's a fact.
How I look,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, or the type of weight that I'm pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't say I compare myself to straight A students at school, but I compete with them.
Yeah.
And that's a good, healthy way of saying it. You know, it's a good, healthy way of being competing.
I compete with them. I compete with myself to push myself to be better.
And that sometimes you need that drive. Sometimes you
Yeah.
need that, you know, that competition spirit. You know, we all come from hooping. So that's where it comes from. You know, just trying to compete and stay with the group. If you're a little bit behind, just trying to stay with them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a good way to put it. You know, when you're comparing yourself, I feel like you kind of
It's kind of like an insecurity.
Exactly.
It's like, damn, I wish I was like this person. It's
exactly.
like, no, like-
you don't really know how they got to be like that.
right.
You know what I'm
and you
saying?
don't know what you can be. I've literally had to deal with this for a long time. Like, I've had like people that was in my life, that was my friends, that I looked up to, like older people, different things like that. You know, you would hear all the time, like, oh yeah, so and so kid got straight A's or something like that, or so and so got into this college, so and so just did this, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm getting C's, or I'm getting F's, D's, or I'm not getting that, I'm not progressing in life, but the whole time, these people want to be like me.
Exactly.
And I had to really understand that. I'm like, damn, like if you just do what you have to do, like, and don't worry about nothing else, like nobody else, like, a lot of good things is gonna come to you. Like, the whole time, I'm just like, damn, I looked up to you. And this whole time, you was looking up to me.
That's a fact.
And I'm like, damn, okay.
I
That's
like
crazy.
I like how you saying you don't know, like, by comparing yourself, you don't know who you could actually be.
Yeah.
Because if you just steadily comparing yourself to somebody, whoever or whatever you're comparing yourself to is going to be your ceiling.
Yes.
That's literally going to be your ceiling. When you're competing with yourself, when you're competing with somebody, you could see, you might be like, oh damn,
Literally.
I'm way better than this dude at
Thank
this.
you.
You can, when you like you said, you compare this to ceiling, but when you compete, you can be like them, but even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
know what I'm
when you're competing, you're striving to be better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no
ceiling.
Exactly.
Like,
and
just,
that's how you want it.
like, just like if we want to, if we're trying to compare ourselves to like somebody that got money or whatever, that's making, a few million or whatever, but it's like what you do, you didn't know you can make millions and millions of dollars. You don't know what you can do. And I feel like that's the greatest thing about life is like somebody can be down below for a long time and somebody can be up here, and then next thing you know, this person is just done past them,
That's a fact.
later on in life. And people just gotta really understand like where you at right now in life,
fact.
it's not the end. That's
Shit can
not where you're
change
gonna
quick.
be. Shit can change real quick. Real quick.
I feel like that's I wouldn't have put it a better way. Just looking at that from that perspective, the comparison would like you to take the approach of competing, because once you get to that point of you're at the same level as that person you was comparing yourself with, there's another level you can hit.
Yeah.
It's another level you can hit.
You don't
and you
know.
can even be better.
You compare yourself to a millionaire. You don't know you can be a damn billionaire.
Exactly. You never know. You just got to put in the work.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been great. I've been loving this pod right now. I've been loving this
Already.
conversation.
It's a great
man.
pod, great
But like,
combo.
great conversation.
And
man.
I'm gonna be real. This is the type of conversations we have every single day, but we just don't have footage of it. We be having 2-hour long conversations. It's
That's
like,
a fact. Yeah.
why don't we just put a camera up and say the same stuff?
I feel like
That we always talk.
the maturity level from all of us, being able. I feel like people would think this is like cringe off camera. Like it's kind of appropriate on camera. Like, what I'm talking about. But doing it off camera is. Why are we talking about this? Let's talk about some women. Let's talk about smoking some weed, drinking, going to parties. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. I'm not gonna say not talking about that, but there's a time and a place for that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a time and a place for all that. What we like to do, we see that we're getting into that phase where life is like, like it's getting. I mean, it's been real, but it's getting real.
It's time to grow up.
It's time to grow up.
Speaking of time and the place, I got a Bible verse for y'all at the end of this.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
I'll keep that in mind.
I love that, and
It's
that's
crazy
what
you said that, because
I love that because that's one of many segments that we gonna have. We gonna sprinkle in our Bible verses because we are three men of
And I'm sorry,
Oh, go ahead. We're three men of God, but go ahead.
but like just to piggyback on having conversations like this on the regular, you should seek being in circles where you could have quality conversations.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? If you just find yourself constantly in circles, you're not really talking about nothing, you gossiping. You know what I'm saying? That's what
And then
that's what women do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make it a gender. I didn't want to make it a gender thing, but
That's a
women
fact. That's a
gossip.
fact. That's a
if
fact.
you're a young man,
That's okay.
If you're in your mid-20s, if you're
That's
a
okay.
young man trying to grow, trying to elevate in life, I'm saying you need to have quality conversations that's going to challenge you.
That's a fact.
Know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't have nothing going on for yourself, it's going to be hard to talk
yes.
in this conversation.
And some people, they know they're better than their circle,
Yeah.
and they try to have conversation with them, but you're, like I said earlier, like you're not gonna learn from somebody that's like socially, financially like below you.
Don't say better than their circle.
Yeah, I mean,
We're not better than anybody, but
I'm not.
you
There's
just
a different word
yeah,
for it, but
yeah, you have a different mindset. Know what I'm saying?
Your trajectory is a little bit going
yeah,
a different way
There you go.
than they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We're on different wavelengths.
You know,
Yeah,
and some people just. I mean, we had that conversation a long time ago. Some people just get it at a very early age. Some people get it at a very late age. Some people get it when you're 20. Some people get it.
50.
I would say hopefully you get it, but I would
Some
prefer
people
you to
never
get
do.
it when you're around your 20s. But if you get it and you're 50, then praise God.
You got it.
You got
Welcome
it.
to the club.
Right.
We've been waiting.
Congrats.
And sadly, some people get it on their deathbed.
And and it's sad to see. It's sad to see. And that's what we trying to do. We just trying to spread that awareness of life is getting real at this age. And this goes out. This is a personal shot at my two brothers. They're gonna see this. They getting up in age, and I want them to see, like, as a big brother, like, I'm taking care of business. I'm getting to it. Staying healthy, not into all that extra
Activity.
side quests and distractions and all of that. I want to bring them up and show them that they big brother is doing what he need to do. And that for now though, that's low key like what I'm doing it for right now. Obviously, what you doing it for is what I'm doing it for is for my future kids and my legacy and my family down the road. But for right now, I just want to show a great example to my younger siblings, my two brothers who are taller as hell, taller than me, like they crazy. So yeah, that's who I'm really doing it for, and I have a great blueprint from my two parents, being a two parent household. That's very rare. It's very rare. You don't get that a lot.
It's very important.
And I realize that it's very rare, and I'm very fortunate to have them two, and to have two you know, a preacher and the first lady. I look at it. I'm blessed, man. I'm really blessed, and just having them two, and then having just two friends. I think God gave me a little boost, you know, for life. He gave me my
A head
family,
start, if you
a little
will.
head start. Gave me my family, and then gave me my two closest friends that you know that won't do anything, you know, to what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Jeopardize. Anything to jeopardize that friendship. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, we definitely have a segment for the Bible. You know, we are three men of God. We not even close to any shame of that. We gonna let the world know about that.
Yes, sir.
We gonna let the world about that.
Yes, sir.
We gonna let the world know about that.
Praise God.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not your cup of tea, then we're not the audience. We don't I'm sorry. But we definitely gonna spread our gospel when we're not, you know, the brightest, you know, we still learning in the Bible, still putting our word. But Don, you got the
Do we have time?
the scripture?
Yes, I do. Do we have time?
Time for what?
In general,
We always got time for God.
I know that, but are we good on time?
We are
Right on time.
We are 1 hour in.
Great.
I got the time. We don't even need to look. We don't have time. We got 1 hour in, man. Go ahead and where we coming from, Donnie? Where we coming from?
Ecclesiastics
Right.
5. Where is it at?
Give us a second, man. He was supposed to have this done, but I'll be giving people homework.
This is his first episode.
This is the first time. Let me not get on it right now.
Thank you. Spare
Procrastinating, man. Procrastinating.
Spare me.
Doing it last minute.
Yeah, you guys could.
But yeah, what you was talking about with, you know what I'm saying, doing it for your younger brothers, like it's really important for the youth to get a perspective on time.
Right.
Like, it just seemed like yesterday we was 18.
Man, it feel like
Hey, that time goes by so quick. That 5 years, 7 years, 10 years.
How long we been out of high school?
7 years.
You going to that 10-year reunion?
No.
Okay,
I got something to do. I know I do.
I got it.
All right, let's hear it, Donnie.
All right. Ecclesiastics chapter 3, verse 1
Let's hear it.
through 8. And side note, this is the first Bible verse I've ever learned. It was from my great grandmother.
Shout out to
I
Grams.
will never
That's
forget
special.
it.
Shout out to Grams.
Yes. And she's still alive, by the way.
Love Grams.
There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear down and attempt to amend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. And a time to love and a time to hate. And a time for war and a time for peace.
That's fact. It's a time for everything.
Go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead and
Literally.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Give us
So-
Break it down.
yeah, break it down for us, Tom.
So, like David said earlier, with this instant gratification thing going on in this world, you know, we all like stuff instant, but like the Bible says, there's a time for literally everything. So, you know, a lot of people, well, a lot of us aren't, you know, patient enough to, you know, understand that what you're doing now is it means a whole lot, because at this moment in time, we're starting a podcast,
So fair.
and there's a time to release it. There's a time to edit it. Blah blah. So I just want to tell everybody out there just to be patient and really be more observant, because there's truly a time for everything.
What's more valuable, money or time?
Time. A time is a limited resource. Money is an unlimited resource.
Time is the most valuable currency that you have.
Yeah.
Because
You can't get it back.
If I give you $1 million and say you can't wake up tomorrow, would you take the $1 million?
absolutely not.
Okay.
That
a lot
just goes to show
of
that
people
time.
a lot of people don't understand that.
I think so. I believe so. And it took me a minute to realize that. Time is everything.
It's literally everything.
Time is everything. Everything. Because what's today's date? January 25th. We're never going to see a January 25th, 2005 ever again.
Exactly.
Ever.
25. January 2025.
That's what I said. Did I say that?
No, you said 2005. But I get what you
I said 2005?
Yeah.
My bad, 2025.
It
My
probably went out like the mic.
I mean, it's still the same thing.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
We never gonna see.
I ain't seen that in 20 years.
But I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I came across this video, and it said it was this rich billionaire talking. He's old of age, and he was like, if I can wish anything, it would be for more time.
That's a fact.
He said, I will give up my whole everything, my whole money, these millions, billions of dollars I have, just to be 18 again. That's a lot of people like us younger people, we want to be grown and everything. It's like, bro, like just live, like be a kid, bro. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, like people that's like 13, 14, it's like, I can't wait to get on my mama's house. I can't wait to get on my, I can't wait to be a millionaire. I want to do this and do that. I'm big tough, blah, blah. All right, brother. All right, you do your own thing. And then when you eventually do that, look where you at in life. And once you look up and see you 50, 60 and you ain't really did shit, then you're going to be like, damn, I remember when I was 18, blase, having fun. I wish I can go back to those days. It's too late, brother. It's too late.
Cherish those moments with your parents.
Those moments.
Cherish those moments with your friends. Don't wish that they're over so soon, because once they're gone, man. Yeah. Once they're gone, once your parents gone, they're gone.
And one thing, we all love money and everything, but let's try not to work for money.
I love the value that money brings.
Yes.
Money can afford you a very joyful life, a very pleasant life, but it could also lead to a very not so joyful life.
Yeah.
If that's your whole purpose is making money. Now I'm saying a lot of people that make millions and billions of dollars, a lot of people are very obsessed with money, and they've wasted all their youth chasing money, chasing millions and millions and billions of dollars. And once they finally have it, once they bought the mansions, they bought the cars, they bought the watches, they went on the vacations and everything, it's only so much shit you could buy.
You can do, literally. Yeah, it's only so much you can buy. Yeah.
It's only so much you could buy in this world. After you done had all the clothes, you done went everywhere, went on all the vacations.
Then what?
Drove all the cars. Money is almost worthless to you now.
And then and on that path, you done sacrificed all like the loved ones that you had that you was too busy for.
Right.
She was too busy for.
Right. And you just not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
And then now you 50 years old with no friends. You got all the money in the world with no friends. Who wants to do that?
Exactly. You done wasted all your time chasing money, and then now you done spent 5 years spending it all, and now what?
You got nothing.
I feel like the reason for that, or what they're missing, we got to get back in that. We got to get back in that Bible. Is the Bible and God?
Yeah,
that's what's going.
Everything you need to know is in the Bible, and that's no joke.
Wait for it. I got something for you, Donnie. Tell them what the Bible means.
Okay, for all of you that don't know, the acronym for Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth. Not
I ain't know that one.
Not hold on. Not advanced instructions before leaving Earth. Not intermediate, not hard, difficult instructions. These are the basic instructions before you leave Earth. And some of our problem is we cannot follow the basic instructions.
Oh yeah,
That's something.
for sure.
We like to keep life so, like, I don't know what it is. Like, we don't like to keep life simple. It's like if you do the simple stuff, you gonna prosper. And just be patient and just be just joyful, happy in the moment. You gonna be so great. You're not even gonna understand what's coming to you.
Yeah, you got the blueprint right there
Literally.
in one book.
That's when I asked for recommendations to read, like books to read on Instagram. I remember a couple people. You know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. They said, read the Bible. That's all you need. Self-growth, basic instructions before leaving Earth. It doesn't get better than that. It don't get better than that.
It doesn't get any more clearer than that.
You guys know who you guys are that told me about that, and I appreciate y'all, because I've been having my Bible.
If you got an 8th grade level reading and comprehension skill,
Literally.
Oh wait, hold on. That King James version get a little.
if you got an 8th grade level reading and comprehension skill,
Thank you.
Thou art, sometimes you just.
they got the new King James version.
Okay, all right.
And they have a study Bible.
Somebody said I got the LeBron James version.
That's our boy.
All up
So
top.
I got the LeBron James version. But yeah, I mean, we definitely want to, put in the Bible, Jesus, and into this pod. Definitely want to spread that, season that in our pod, because we don't want to shy away from that. That's who we are. That's where we grew up. That's who we want to put down to our kids, our grandkids. We want to keep that going. So it wouldn't make sense to not, have it on here on the pod.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we're not discriminating against any other religious practices that you guys may practice or whatever.
Right.
We're just letting you know that we are going to be reading from the Bible
Definitely. That's
On a-
no shame about that,
on an every episode basis.
Every episode. Just and for future episodes, we definitely gonna have other segments. But this was just trying to get to know us. Just sitting down, chopping it up, and really understanding what this pod gonna bring for y'all, because that's what we want to do. We want to give y'all what y'all needed. That's exactly what we want to do. So man, I'm blessed. I love this pod. I love that we started this, and I'm just really
One David's.
what happened? Oh, I'm just blessed that we started it. This goes. I just like to thank my sister. She kind of pushed me to get to this. It was about a couple months ago when she asked. She said, "When are you gonna start it?" And I said, "I don't know, really." She said, "All right, get it out. Get your first episode out beginning of February." I said, "Okay, bet we did it."
She
We gonna
definitely
do it.
pushed us.
And I appreciate her for that. Just holding me accountable, And I feel like that's a great thing. I always hold these two accountable, so it wouldn't be fair for somebody to hold me accountable. So, we worked for it. We worked. We got everything situated. Having a pod is not just putting up a camera and just recording. You got to have things to talk about. Can't have no dead time. Do we have a dead time? I don't think so.
No.
I mean, Donnie was looking for it.
I was, yeah.
I told Donnie have it ready, and he over here. I don't know.
It left me.
But yeah, I
The
mean,
verse left. I have to go find it again.
next time we'll definitely have the. Next time we'll do Ken. We'll do Ken next.
Yeah,
You do Ken next. You want me to do?
Kendall.
I got it.
All right, bet we're gonna have Ken next. We just every 3 episodes we'll do our own. But that's what we want. That's what we want to start. Want to set that tone for the pod. You know, we want to set that tone. Being 3 religious men that believes in God, believes in heaven, and want to spread that wealth. You know what I'm saying? So anything y'all need to say before we close this out, man? We got an hour 15 on the dot, and I feel like it hasn't even felt like hour 15
At all.
But that's what conversations be feeling like, when you make it seem like it's an interview. You
Go
just-
Eagles.
All right, y'all have a good one. All right, that was crazy.
Fly, Eagles,
All
fly.
right. We're right here.
On the road to victory.
We are right here.
Hit 'em low.
You know it's
Hit 'em
crazy.
high.
You know it's crazy.
He's
this
a
is
fake
this
Eagles
Watch
is.
them Eagles fly.
Can I say something?
He's a
Fly, Eagles,
I'm
fly.
gonna shut him down,
On
Donnie.
the road to victory.
I'm gonna shut him down, Donnie.
EAGLES Eagles.
Bro's a fake.
So, this is gonna be out by the time
Go Birds.
the Super Bowl,
We
right?
going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, by the time the Super Bowl come out, it's gonna be out the first episode. So it's gonna be very, very funny.
We play the Bummanders
It's
tomorrow.
gonna be very funny.
the Washington
seeing this out and
Bummanders.
seeing how everything plays out.
Bummanders.
I'm just saying.
Bums.
We are on the week of the AFC NFC conference championship week.
We're not letting a rookie.
So I'm
Go
just
to the
saying.
Super
I'm just
Bowl.
saying. Once this comes out, about a week or two later, the Super Bowl is gonna be. Well, we probably do it right on the Super Bowl. That's when it come out. So it's gonna be funny just to see how everything plays out.
Winning a Super Bowl.
Today,
I'm
We
telling
don't
you
know
how it's
who-
playing out.
We don't know who won the Super Bowl right
Eagles
now. We
winning
don't
the
know.
Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
Today
It's-
is
punch your ticket.
January 25th, 2025.
And I'm saying it now. The Philadelphia Eagles are winning the Super Bowl.
you know
cap.
it's I don't even know what to say.
You can't say nothing.
It's not happening.
It's truth. It's the truth. You can't say nothing about the truth.
I just can't wait when it's out and I see his reaction for episode 2. It's gonna
hyped.
be funny. It's gonna be hilarious.
I'm gonna come in Eagles gear.
Well, before we go, how you feeling about your Bills tomorrow, Donnie?
I'm feeling great. Josh Allen is him.
That's a fact, man. He took
We
my,
lost Stephon Diggs. People lost hope in the Bills, man.
That's a fact, man.
But Josh Allen said no. We will overcome.
Top 3 quarterback, I would believe it.
Yes. Top 2.
Number 3.
I like the
he's
Bills
number
too.
2.
I like the Bills versus the
I
Chiefs.
love the Bills. I'm hoping the Bills win.
Thank you.
I think
I appreciate that, David.
they'll win.
I think we're getting like a Bills.
I think
Bills
you
Commanders.
said you think we'll win the championship.
I think y'all beat the Chiefs, but y'all not beating us though. We're beating whoever comes out the AFC. Don't matter.
So
We're
what I'm
about
gonna
to
do?
smoke the Bummanders.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip this.
Please.
We're gonna have our own TikTok. So make sure y'all follow it. We're gonna have our Instagram and everything. Make sure y'all please follow the Instagram.
Please.
But and everything else, the Spotify, what was it Apple Music?
Yeah.
What else? Apple Podcasts. Some other things. Instagram, TikTok.
We don't
If it's
use
still there.
Twitter.
YouTube, definitely
X.
YouTube. That's
we
a
don't
given.
we don't use Twitter or X, whatever you want to call
It
it.
don't matter if we use it. It's the platform that we need to
X.
spread it.
What's wrong with your mic, bro?
Come on, man.
I think you turned
What's going on, man? Come on, twin.
Oh, that's how that works.
See the wine is starting to kick in.
No.
We gonna have to let y'all go, man.
Yeah, we
because
have
it's
to let
time.
y'all go. Donnie get a little unhinged.
He's been holding this for so long.
I'm
Now
so
he-
proud of him.
You know, he's
Usually by this time it be
Nah.
spiraling off the walls.
I think these the ones that automatically turn off when they've been on so long.
No, that's not the
No,
problem.
it's not the
That's
problem.
not the problem.
It's not. I didn't.
I
get
do
that.
want to say thank you to my Uncle Boo for all of this.
Thanks, Unc.
Without him,
Whoop, whoop. Boo boo.
yeah. It's the
without
wrap it
without
Uncle
him.
Boo.
Okay,
Let's wrap it up. Hurry up.
here we're gonna wrap it up. Without
Uncle
him,
Boo.
Okay.
I love you, Uncle Boo. It's my uncle, man.
You gotta wrap it up.
I'm trying.
You gotta ignore him. You gotta ignore him. You gotta wrap it up. He's getting unhinged.
Can I please say something?
You
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
go ahead.
Thank you, Uncle Boo, for all of this. Supplying all the equipment. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. Any other more? Thank you to
Any other sponsors?
his parents for opening up the house for us.
Oh
to do
yeah.
pod.
Thank you, mom and dad, for
Appreciate you.
providing
we have
space.
so many different pod locations at this house. It's getting ridiculous. You gonna think
That
we in
part.
2 different worlds.
Thank you.
Anybody else that we gotta anybody else? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
Shout out us.
Shout out us,
That
man.
part.
Shout out us for this is just an example of saying we gonna do something and being accountable, holding ourselves accountable.
Be a man of
and
your
really get
word.
into it.
Be a man of your word.
Exactly. That's
like that.
that's important.
That's
Just
very
be a man of your
important. A lot of
word.
people say stuff and they just don't mean it.
Exactly.
And I can't be around people like that.
I believe that. So we set out. We had so many conversations about this, and for the last couple of months, we were just getting ready for it. Taking notes, going out to dinners, and just having little business dinners and
We
everything.
need to go back. I was the last one that paid.
We gonna go back. It's
We
my
need
turn.
to.
It's my turn to pay the hefty bill. So
Thank you.
I'm
I'm starving.
They just want to go back so I can pay the bill.
No.
Apparently I'm making money. So
No, I'm starving. That's why.
no,
Hungry.
he just want me to take him to Ruth Chris and pay $300 for a meal.
Shit, cool.
Exactly.
Sound good to me. I was thinking more Burger King, but shit.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
a fine.
Ruth
We could do that. I don't even think you was a Burger King type guy.
Chris. I'm not.
I'm not.
I was thinking more Joey's. Just double back on
Joey's, man.
Just
That's
go
the
what we
go-to,
know.
man.
Just
Joey's
go
is
what
where
we
it's
know.
at.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
pretty
saying? I
Like,
gotta
I feel like
say,
Ruth Chris is overrated.
it is a little bit.
Unless you're getting steak.
Let's
I ain't gonna lie to steak and
let's
mac. Steak is kind of fire though.
let's not be too judgmental. We might have sponsors coming our way. So
You're right. I'm sorry, Ruth Chris. Yeah, let's go to Ruth Chris.
Wrap it up, please. Wrap it up.
Our personality started to come out now, so it's getting over. But yeah, it was. This is. I feel like this was a success.
Did everybody like the wine?
I thank Donnie, I thank Ken for starting this. Please, what they do. Like, comment, and subscribe to That's What I Needed or Twin Pod. If you're on TikTok, if you're an audio listener, if you or anything, just we're gonna have it everywhere. So I thank you and I appreciate you guys.
Share it.
for tuning in.
Share it with somebody you think that needs this.
Share it with your people. Share it with your
Literally.
mama. Share it with your dad. Share it with your grandmama. Share it with your granddad. Everybody.
Your
man.
kids.
Share it, your auntie.
Your kids.
Cause I'm definitely gonna share it to them. I'm gonna let them know about it. But yeah, man, we hour and 22.
Praise God.
Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in to the end. And yeah, we'll be back. We're gonna be back for episode 2, and we're gonna have some people on here eventually.
But
But
next thing you know, it's gonna be episode 200.
exactly, and we're gonna be looking really different.
Yes.
Gonna be at somebody's penthouse.
I'm gonna be taller by then.
Okay, you guys have a good one. And yeah, stay blessed, and we'll see y'all when we see y'all.
Bye.
All right.